They also do speak Swedish, or like, oh, so like you're pretty up north, right? Like it must be very cold, or like, oh yeah, I've been to Norway, I love it. It's next to Switzerland, right? Like we're not Sweden, we're not.
We are cold, which is not true. I mean, yes, we are a bit distant at the beginning, but I always say, if you make a German friend, you have a friend for life. Like you have the warmest and most trusted person.
That we are all tall, blonde, and beautiful, and that we all dress the same. That dressing the same part is very true. I don't know about the other ones.
I mean, I think everyone kind of thinks my accent should be different.
We're all like Super Mario. We sound like Super Mario. Super Mario is an Italian character, but American made by Japanese.
Wait, how does Super Mario sound?
It's like, it's me, Mario.
About weed. Not everybody smokes weed. Not everybody tried weed because of Amsterdam is the image. Do you smoke weed? I used to do, yeah. When I was 19 and 20, not anymore.
They always assume that I dance flamenco, and that's not true. I would say they only dance it for La Feria de Abril in Andalusia.
About this controversial situation between Flamand and Wallon, those say how you hate each other. And I'm just like, honestly, no, I hate nobody. You should go in Brussels or anywhere in Belgium for a festival, and you can see that just Belgium love each other because they love party, they love music, they love dancing. It's all about that.
I think a stereotype that we get a lot is that we're neutral, like all the time, or otherwise from other French-speaking countries that we speak very slow. I think it's true.
That we're obsessed with soccer. I hear that a lot, and we get intense, party when it's soccer games, but not too intense, I think, with respect for most part.
French people smell, stink, and don't shower. People putting deodorant on them because they're just too lazy, saying it's a French shower, which I thought that was really, really bad. We shower, we definitely shower. We have great fragrance, great perfumes for sure, great brands. And I hate the stereotypes because people go to the subway in Paris and then assume it stinks because of the French people and not because it's a subway.
Indeed, it is flat. We have this famous singer, Jacques Brel, who sang a song about Belgium, and he said, le plat pays, it means the flat country, and he's totally right. It's rainy most of the time, but you know, with the global warming, I can say that Belgium is maybe the new Ibiza. About the boring part, so I just said it, the new Ibiza, so you know, it's not boring at all. I think Belgian people are pretty amazing and funny, and they love party.
That's not true, obviously. I don't know why everyone always says that. I think we are really funny. Actually, I had my best laughs in Germany. Maybe the sense of humor, the kind of humor is different. We like very sarcastic jokes, like smart jokes. So don't give me any kind of bullshit joke, like we won't laugh. No simple humor, no superficial humor. Like it has to be like a good joke. It has to go like under the skin. And again, it has to be smart somehow.
Yes. We're expressive and we use a lot of our hands. This is the classic, what do you want? What is it? You know, what the hell? And you see on the soccer games when we do a foul and we go like this. No, it wasn't me. You know, it's like protecting myself, like pretending it's not.
So it's like if you cheat on your girlfriend.
Yeah. Chi io? No, ma che io? No, non sono stato io.
Everyone says that. That's what we're known for. Probably because we build everything. I don't know. I think we built half of Canada.
Do you know any Portuguese construction workers?
My dad, my cousins, a lot of my friends.
So is that stereotype?
A little bit.
Cheap is not the right way. It's more equal. If we hang out with the girls and one person buys a lot of wine, cheese, and all snacks, at the end of the evening or the next morning, the person who organizes it will say, okay, I will send you a ticket the next day. So a ticket is a money transfer. It will split equally the bill and everybody pays the correct amount. If you go on a date with a dumb guy, who pays for the bill usually? We split.
Definitely not. Not all the Swiss people are rich. Like, I think this is the biggest misconception like about Switzerland. I mean, I wish it was true, but it's not. I think it's because of the banks, the watches, I don't know, everything that's portrayed in media and movies and whatnot. So maybe it gives that impression.
There's truth to that, but it also has to do a lot with the climate. of Greece. We have siestas, especially in the summer, where everything kind of like shuts down between 11 and 4 p.m. But that really has to do with the weather, because it is really hot at this time. It really drains your energy. Another perception about the laziness is the fact that we like to enjoy life a little more, perhaps, than other cultures, meaning like going out more, spending time with friends, having fun. But I do have to say that, Greeks do actually work, quite hard. What's missing is efficiency.
I would say mostly in the south of Spain, people tend to be a little bit more lazy. So then they tend to like do more siestas. We really like to go clubbing, so we need to rest before we just go out the whole night until the next morning.
We don't. We like to think we do, but when you only have 4 days of sunshine a year, it's kind of hard to build the base. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's actually fake. Straight from a bottle. We're all going around with this nice kind of like Cheetos kind of look to us. Just layers and layers and layers of just like slimy fake tan, just plowing it on. You know that thing where Jesus's face was on the cloth or whatever? Like that's literally like everyone's bed sheets. So yeah, like especially when you kind of rock up like to someone's house and you're kind of drunk and you wake up the next morning and you kind of peel yourself off the bed and you're trying to sneak away and just like pretend that the night didn't happen, and then you're like, okay, I'm just leaving them a bit of a souvenir. Okay, just look away.
We suppress a lot of our feelings. We're calm and collected, so we don't express that much feelings until we get drunk. We let go of something. We let go of the calmness and the collectedness, and then that's why we love to travel. We love to go abroad, because then we can be ourselves and we can let ourselves go. When they say that we're not friendly, it means that we have a hard time taking the first interaction. We do it while we're drunk, or we have to get to know you, but then it's up to you to get to us first. We won't make the first move.
That's partly true. I think old generation don't speak English. My parents, my grandparents, like probably don't. Actually, they don't. A lot of French people consider that like French is enough. And also it depends like how you learn it. Usually for movies and stuff, we don't use subtitles because everything's translated in French, sometimes from Quebec or from France. So we're not used to watch shows or movies with subtitles, but like younger generation usually I think watch shows in original version with subtitles. So like they're getting better at languages.
So we speak Spanish. We don't speak Spanish, we speak Portuguese.
I have never worn a lederhosen or dirndl, and I've never been to the Oktoberfest. So, no.
Whenever I meet someone and I'm like telling them I'm from Switzerland, they often say, oh, so do you speak Swedish? Or like, you're pretty up north, right? Like it must be very cold. Or like, oh yeah, I've been to Norway, I love it. It's next to Switzerland, right? Like, we're not Sweden, we're not.
Nudity. We Swedes have been known for nudity for a long time. That nudity is a big part of the society. It was during the 60s and 70s, but it is not anymore. There's not that many nude beaches. People don't undress that easy if they're not drunk.
Only when they hear Spanish, for them Spanish is like South America and we are all Latin. And we all like reggaeton, and they don't care if we are Colombian, Peru, Spain, like everything is the same for them. Even once I heard someone saying that Spain was South Mexico, so yeah.
So one stereotype that is not true is actually the opa stereotype. Opa is like an exclamation that we basically use for, when something is happening, when we're surprised or we want to sit down after like a long tiring day, we say opa. The way it's been commercialized here in North America is like, we go out, we dance, and we say opa all the time, and we break plates. In the Greek restaurants, when they bring you this dish, it's called saganaki. They light it up on fire, and then the waiter goes, opa.
Opa! Opa!
If they did that in Greece, they'll probably laugh at them.
French people used to have a lot of joke about Belgian people, saying that we were stupid, we were a little bit the blonde girl. It's something nice to say, oh, I have a Belgian friend and he's so cool, so funny. So I think now Belgians start to be pretty cool, in the French scenery.
We're painted as playboys. We want to look like playboys. I think a lot of Italians are not playboys. My brother, he paints himself as a playboy, but always had 2 girlfriends all his life. Yeah, I never remember him single, but he's loyal. A lot of us are loyal.
I think the stereotype is like we all sound like, oh, top of the morning to you, how's it going? Sure, Jesus, would you look? When, you know, there's obviously different dialects and different ways of speaking in most places, but yeah, that's kind of a big one. People tell me I don't sound Irish, and I'm like, that's interesting. Okay, thank you for your insight.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. You might have noticed that we did the Truth or Myth edition completely differently this time around. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a like and share it with your friends. And by the way, if you're still not subscribed to the channel, subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss notifications. I will see you guys next week with a new video, and as usual, keep breaking down your barriers.